The sudden thaw in U.S.-Cuba relations comes after more than a half-century of estrangement. President Obama announced communist Cuba will no longer be held at arm's length by the United States.
These 50 years have shown that isolation has not worked.
It was a deal in part brokered by Pope Francis and led to the release of jailed U.S. aid worker Alan Gross.
I guess so far it's the best Hanukkah that I'll be celebrating.
In a phone call with Cuban President Raul Castro, Mr. Obama also agreed to exchange 3 jailed members of a Cuban spy ring for an unidentified U.S. operative. He's also reopening U.S. embassies, lifting travel restrictions for family and government visits, but not tourists yet, and allowing Americans to bring small amounts of Cuban products into the U.S., including those famous cigars.
There we are on a boat on the Bay of Pigs.
A man who met Fidel Castro more than 50 years ago remembers the long history of struggle between the two countries. Back then, it was a mission to secure the release of U.S. citizens captured during the ill-fated Bay of Pigs invasion. He was just a diplomat's son, a teenager, brought along to assure Castro there would be no assassination attempt on a long car trip. Things were that bad.
Varadero down to the Bay of Pigs on the south coast.
In a car with Castro.
That's right.
You were something of a hostage.
I was, in a way.
After the revolution, generations of Cubans left the island and moved to the U.S. to stay. Some settled in Miami, many settled here in Union City, New Jersey. Some are ready to move on, others are not.
I think it's a disgrace.
This is better for the country of Cuba, right?
Passions, though, still run high. Opponents in Congress, including New Jersey Democratic Senator Robert Menendez, say it's just wrong.
It is misguided and fails to understand the nature of the regime in Cuba.
With Cuba, nothing has ever been easy. In Union City, Lou Young, CBS 2 News.